Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Dudes Club podcast. You got me, L. Brian, and the lovely other host,
L. Ethan, back at it
L.
again.
Ethan. Yes. We do have a little bit of a different recording style today, so hopefully it shouldn't be so loud on Ethan's end. That was just a little mishap with our recording. We're still getting a little new to it. We're still a little new to this, so everything should be fine now. Hopefully, if not, fuck us. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it was rough. Did not mean to blow people's eardrums out with my audio and how loud it was. So
Yeah,
hopefully this will be a lot better.
Yeah, shit happens though. Luckily for us, I taught Ethan how to use OBS earlier, and
Yep.
yeah, it was a real fun time. I taught him everything I know, and I'd like to think I'm a pretty good teacher.
You were like a father to me. I've
Oh.
grown so fast.
Awesome. What kind of father? Like the one that like chops your arm off and says, "I am your father," and then proceeds to
Nah, the one
get
with the belt
electrocuted?
that goes, "I'll give you something to cry about."
Oh, okay. Well, that's the one I aspire to be. That's good. That's good.
Alright.
That's good.
I'm
Speaking.
glad I'm getting you along there.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's great because this episode we do not have a topic. We don't have
No.
something to start off with. We don't have a name game to go off of. So this is the first real episode where we're just improving this entire time. And you know what? I was a little nervous coming in, but I actually think we'll be just fine because
Yeah.
as soon as I think about something, I'm like, damn, that can go in the podcast.
I already thought of something.
Yo.
And it's because we were talking about Lego games last time. And I was on Steam today, and I was just looking at some sales, and they got Lego Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit for sale, $5 each. And I remember you said you didn't have those ones.
Oh really? Really? They have the both
Yep.
for $5 right now?
Both of them for $5. They also got Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, and Shadow of War, which I think are
Both.
criminally underrated games.
Both really good. I think the first one's better than the second one, personally.
I think just because it's a smaller game, it's a tighter experience.
Yeah, I also feel like the second one just felt like it was trying to be too broad with certain things, or like, I don't know how to really explain it. I just didn't
I
really
get it.
like it as much.
Yeah, kind of jack of all trades is master of none kind of thing.
Yeah. It's actually funny you bring up Lego games because I actually did want to have a little section today about Lego games. I know we talked about it a bunch yesterday, not yesterday, last episode, and I didn't want to overbear the the enjoyer simply by talking about Lego all the time. But as some people already know, as some people have watched and seen and heard from my videos, and for people who don't, I'm in this little journey to play, play, and 100% complete all of the Lego games that are currently on Steam. I'm actually only missing 6, both the Lego Hobbit and Lord of the Rings ones, both the Lego movie ones, and Lego Incredibles, and Lego Jurassic Park. Those are the 6 I'm missing. The rest I own. Half of them I've beaten or completed, and the other half I have not touched.
It's so
And
crazy. It's such dedication.
There's 23 games in total, and I've completed I think 7 of them, 7 or 8 of the ones I have right now.
I've
And-
completed around that many too.
Yeah. So I have I have 2 new ones to add to the table. If you remember last episode, I was talking about Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, and I can officially say that I have completed, 100% completed everything in that game,
Nice.
including the annoying super stories, the annoying challenges that are with every level, and all the pretty good bounty hunter levels. I have such an issue with that game now.
Yeah.
You have to replay levels like 4 times to
Yeah,
beat
but
to get
do
everything.
you understand why I said Boba Fett was the best character now?
Yes, I actually do. I actually thought about it a bit. However, I do have to stick to my guns and say that General Grievous is still the best.
That's fine.
But I do understand, logically why Boba Fett's the better character. Like, it makes sense.
I had such a surreal moment in Revisit today in my
Why?
AP
What happened?
Literature. Because I told my teacher, Mr. Malone, fantastic teacher, about the podcast, and today I sent him a link, and
Oh,
both him
nice.
and the student teacher are both listening, at least to the first one, I believe. I don't know
Awesome.
if they'll continue, but honestly, I wouldn't doubt it because they're very, both of them very genuine people. But it was a
Oh.
very surreal moment to explain the Lego Yoda ketamine meme.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It went pretty well, honestly. Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. It's funny you say that because now I'm all like thinking of all the times I curse.
Oh no, that's the thing. I even told them that. I was like, I'm clean, Brian's not. They were chill with it.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I
Yeah.
realize how unclean I am. I'm very filthy.
You're a
eh,
dirty little boy.
I am. I'm really bad with cursing. And it's not something I want to change. I really like cursing. It's it helps me speak. It adds emphasis to my words. People always know what I'm saying and the emphasis and the power behind them. When I say, shit or fuck, if people are like, "That's he's on to something right now. He knows what he's talking about." And I will never stop.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't, not really for like any reason. Like for the most part, it's just like, I guess the environments I'm in don't really
Yeah.
pertain to a solid use of it. But like inside my, like if I'm just like thinking or like talking to myself, then it's like it's free game.
Yeah, Mr. Church Boy.
Hey, I mean, there's a time and place for it, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Throwing F bombs for Jesus.
I, I could.
You
There,
could.
I find my group easy enough.
Yeah, yeah. You see, you're on your knees for Jesus, but Ethan, you might be on your knees for something else.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
It's Lego General Grievous. That's who
It
I'm
is.
talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
But 100%. I actually okay. So I also have beaten Lego Indiana Jones 100%. I did that,
it's a
and
good
I
one.
realize it's a good one, but it's so easy to complete, and I think
It
it's
is.
probably
It's
one of
very
the
short.
lesser ones out of the 23 games, 17 which I own. I would say it's probably the worst one I've played. Not bad, just probably the worst one.
I think that's fair enough. I mean, I feel like you're eventually gonna play some of the stinky ones, but
Oh, I agree. I've already touched Force Awakens a little bit, and I hated it. If you remember from last episode,
Yeah.
I talked about that a little bit. Um, and there are some wild cards like Lego of Lego Incredibles wild card. I don't know where that's gonna sit. Have no idea.
you get to play as Lightning McQueen.
I know, and I actually am real. I'm confident to say this. Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars is definitely like one of the best Lego games I've ever
It
played.
is. That one's good.
I remember playing. I have vivid memories of playing it and then replaying it for this little challenge of mine. Is like it's so awesome because like everything's so fluent. I get to play as Anakin Skywalker, and like he's just everything's so fluent. Everything's so nice, And the whole RTS system I think that's what it's called. That's in it is really interesting and like neat. And there's General Grievous still.
So you say that, but once you get to the end and you gotta like grind out all the gold bricks, it gets so tedious with those RTS missions.
I mean, I agree that's probably going to be an issue, but Ethan, there's a red brick in the dark ship, the dark side ship, where you can just buy dual wielding for 250,000, and that's worth it. That's worth it alone,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
dude. I
don't-
feel so badass when I dual wield.
Oh,
Any game.
dude, The Force Unleashed 2.
Oh my god.
I mean, terrible story. Terrible.
I don't even remember the story from that game. I just
The
remember
first
the gameplay.
one, the first one was fantastic all around. The second one, though, the gameplay was just like that was just perfect.
Dude, I remember it so well, and I want to replay it so badly. Simply, this is like one of my only reasons, other than the gameplay, is the fact I could customize my lightsaber so much. I can't do that in the new Jedi game. I can't remember what it's called.
Jedi Fallen Order?
Yes, you can customize it a little bit, but you can't customize it to the cool ones. You can't make it red.
You can.
You can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you
I've
can't.
played it. I've 100. I've gotten all the achievements in Jedi Fallen Order.
I looked it up, Ethan. You can't get red.
You can. You can. It's in New Game Plus.
What? No way. The BS.
It's because like 6 months after release, they sent out this huge update, and they added like AI battles and like this training and gauntlet modes, and they added the Inquisitor outfit for Cal and the red lightsaber. Those colors.
I'll see it when I beat it. I'll see it when I beat it.
I'm not lying.
I'll see it when I beat it, and I'll come on this podcast and I'll say that I'm wrong. But god damn it,
you're just wrong.
God damn it, no, I am not. I can make my lightsaber purple, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty nice. Yeah, but I can't make it. What?
Well, you can make it so many colors. You can make it like orange and yellow.
Oh, orange. Oh my god. Now my cock's flowing. Orange. What the fuck? Who has an orange lightsaber in Star Wars? Fucking nobody.
Okay.
I want to be Samuel L. Jackson, but I can't.
I do not. You can't talk bad about yellow and orange lightsabers. They are my favorite.
Who has them?
All right. First of all, don't even come to me and trying to like tread on my turf with this boy. All right.
Look,
first of all,
who the fuck has an orange lightsaber?
You listen to me. You listen to me. In many video games and advertising during the Phantom Menace, Plo Koon was advertised to have a yellow lightsaber. You can see it in many promotional images and games, including like there's this old Obi-Wan video game that you play, and it's like during episode 1 or whatever, but it also had like a dueling mode that you could fight other people in, and Plo Koon has a yellow one in that. All right,
BS, I call cap.
Oh my goodness. And then in the comics, in the books, there's like a Wookiee, and he has like a bronze or orange lightsaber.
Okay, they would obviously have a bronze lightsaber. I'll give you that one. But I can't fucking wield the black lightsaber. It has a special name to it. I know it does.
Darksaber, yeah.
Yeah. But I always thought it was the fucking most badass. It was the coolest.
Of course it was.
Right, I can't use that. That's why I'm pissed. I also didn't think that... I still don't think I can use the red lightsaber, but I'll see it when I believe it when I beat Jedi Fallen Order. That terribly janky game. I'll beat it, and I'll prove you wrong.
Oh my goodness, they fixed so much of it.
Oh my god. The game is good. The game's a good game. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great game to play, but it is still very janky.
Yeah, it is, and I don't think that should be excused.
Right.
But
especially after launch, terrible.
Yeah, I think the main problem though is because EA has been like so set on multiplayer and live service form
and
games.
Money and
yeah, exactly.
More money.
And so the first single-player Star Wars game they had released out of their like whole tenure of the license, you know, they probably didn't put too much money into it in time. They probably wanted it out.
They should have put more time into this game. God damn it!
They should have, but it's EA.
I was falling through floors. Fucking so I've never seen so many enemies bug out, but I do have to say this: the force powers are very nice.
The force powers are very nice.
The combat is definitely great, even if it does feel kind of samey a lot of the time. I do feel like it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like almost a dumbed down Sekiro.
Easy Dark Souls.
Yeah, I'd say that's
easy
Dark Souls. But I think that's all it really needs to be at the same time.
I'm like halfway through the game. I finished last thing I remember. It's been like a few weeks since I've last played, but I think I just beat the arena after like the bounty hunter catches you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
so I'm like halfway. I think I'm climbing the origin tree right now. I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you're half. Yeah, you're half.
And I know I get to fight the ninth sister.
Yeah. Have you unlocked double blades?
No, I've been wanting to.
You can get them early if you go to Dathomir first.
Yeah, I know.
You get like stomped by every enemy, but once you get them, it's like smooth sailing.
I know. I want it so bad, but I'll just wait at this point. I'm already pretty deep in the origin tree. So,
All right.
and that's what it is.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. You know, speaking of fantastic games, I know you've never played them,
Right.
but the Persona games, Persona 5 and Persona 4 are just so fucking good. Oh my god.
That sounds like a Persona song. Anything with jazz sounds like a Persona song.
Okay. When I tell you that Persona games are just amazing, I really mean it. I'm not a big JRPG guy. Like, I'm not a big turn-based combat. I like Dark Souls, right?
Keep going, but I want to touch back on the turn-based thought train.
Okay, that's
Just
fine.
don't let me forget.
I won't. I'll do my best not to, Ethan. I promise. It's a promise from me to you, okay?
Thank you.
If it's ever broken, I'll let you uncrook my pinky.
All right. It's
Okay.
a deal.
Okay. Now, Persona 5 and 4 are great games. Personally, I like Persona 5 more because of the artistic style, right? Have you seen anything of Persona 5?
Just like the bare minimum to know what it is.
That's fair. So Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, which is like the better version, are PS4 and 5 exclusives. And when I say they're fantastic games, I mean it. Their art's great, the game's great, music's great. I spent 120 hours in it, easy. Don't even think about it. And Persona 4 is the same game, different characters, basically.
Right.
Different art, different all that stuff. Similar music. It is on Steam. I recommend you buy it and play it. I know that I don't know how you feel about those kind of games, but it is really good. And I'm so excited to eventually buy this game called Persona 5 Scramble, which is like Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, I think I've seen some stuff on that.
Right. It's that gameplay, but with Persona 5 stuff, and it's available on Steam, and I want to buy it, but it's $60. And while a reasonable price, I simply just don't have the money right now. And I want to buy Neo too, so I'm fucked. But I want that game. So good.
A small tangent, but Neo, that was wasn't that the first series you made on your channel?
Yes. No audio until episode 36. I didn't complete everything because I wanted to play Dark Souls 3.
Got answer pants.
Yeah, I did. And I actually, a month ago, I replayed it. And I loved just about every second of it. It's such a good game. It's really good. It's not perfect. It's no Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3, but it is really good. Have you played it?
No, I've not.
Dude, all right. If you ever find the time, play that. It's really It's really difficult, and sometimes it just doesn't seem fair, which is a big takeaway. However, it almost has a Borderlands looter shooter kind of thing. It's put in levels, and it's there's 6 different types of weapons, and each weapon has so much to a move set that you can unlock. It's really interesting. Bosses are cool. And then Neo 2 has more of that. Neo 2 is better in every way, I hear.
All right. Well, I see the problem. It's just I don't know. I think as I've gotten older, I've made the conscious decision to stay away from games that'll make me mad easily.
Well, I think
it's just I think after I played Dark Souls 2, that was just brutal for me, and I just got so mad so easily so many times, and I was and then when I played Sekiro, I was just almost all the bosses I did legit, but Demon of Hatred or whatever, I cheesed that. I was I walked into the arena, got just stomped on in 2 seconds. I was I'm not gonna.
I've never been able to do that cheese because I've never needed to do that cheese, but I've never successfully done it. And it's funny you say Dark Souls 2 because it's the reason I have a hole in my wall. That happened 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's brutal. So I think as much as I would want to, I just don't think I could bring myself to endure that kind of rage again.
I get you. A big thing is moderation. I like to suffer. So a game like that is nothing to me, right? I love making a challenge for myself and being able to complete it. That's just how it is. That's how I was able to do a no-death run of Dark Souls 3 on my 5th attempt in 2 hours and 18 minutes. Easy. Because I'm really good at games like that. I'm really good at challenges. I'm really good at perfecting things. So Neo is my kind of game. I definitely think if it's really cheap or it's like free for whatever reason, I definitely recommend picking up and playing it.
All right.
I know on PC it's on PC and you get all the DLCs and stuff. So if it ever gets a nice cheap discount, I do recommend it. I do recommend checking it out. And I've poured like 60, 70 hours into that first game because you have a first game, your first playthrough, which is you do all the side quests, you do all the missions, you do all the DLC. But then as you go to New Game Plus is not just enemies have more health and do more damage. There's actually different enemy placements, like they might add an enemy to a boss fight to make it a little bit more difficult, or different layouts. Plus you get better weapons. You don't just pick up the same stuff, you'll pick up better weapons of different rarities. It's like really cool.
All right. Yeah, I mean that sounds pretty interesting.
Now, so that my pinky doesn't get uncrooked, please tell me about turn-based.
Yeah, I was just about to mention it. There was this turn-based game that I used to love so much when I was growing up, and you just don't expect it to exist. It was called Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, alright? And it was a
Undertale?
Undertale? Sans Undertale?
Sorry, continue.
No, you're good. But it was just like, it was a turn-based game set like in the Lord of the Rings movies, but it wasn't even like following the movies. Like it was a completely different group, and it was so odd in like how it actually played and everything. But it was just like straight up like a turn-based strategy game, or not even just like fighting game, like Persona or whatever. But when here's where it gets weird, okay, is that there is a second game also called Lord of the Rings: The Third Age that shared the exact same box art for the Game Boy Advanced, but it was like a top-down strategy game like on tiles. Like it was a completely different game.
Like Fire Emblem, like that kind of game?
Yes, it was like it played like Fire Emblem with the exact same name. But man,
that's
I
crazy.
poured hours in them. They're great.
That's crazy. I realized it just sat within me that our gaming and like our societies that we like building.
We live in a society.
We live in a society. Like I don't know the word. Like the ecosystem we create for our gaming or our entertainment is vastly different.
Right.
We are entertainment wise, we are so different.
We are.
Because I'm more that anime stuff, I like cool action. That's
you're a dirty
fucking
weeb.
Right, dirty weeb. I love explosions. Attack on Titan season 4 is so fucking good. I'd recommend it to anyone. I definitely recommend that anime. I know you will never watch it, but I do recommend it.
I don't have a problem with anime. It's just
you told me you did one day. Thought you did.
Well, was it in like middle school or something?
Probably.
Well, then yeah, that would explain it. But it's like I don't have a problem with it now. It's just I don't know. I think it's television in general. Like if I'm gonna sit down to do something and like I don't know, spend my time for entertainment, like I'd at least want to be involved with it. So I'd rather just play games.
Well, here's the thing.
If I do watch TV, I'll watch it. Like I don't want to watch TV alone or watch a movie alone. It's much easier to get into something while watching it with someone else.
I think you're on the right path here because you play games, right? You have 2 monitors, correct?
Yep.
Hear me out. This one's a little trickster I use as someone who has 1 monitor and a phone. I'll just watch a YouTube video while I play a game.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do.
Right. You could kind of if you can kind of treat it like that. I know anime's story based, whatever, but like. You don't always have to pay attention to an anime. Hell, the thing's in Japanese. You kind of miss half the words anyways.
But Brian.
Yes.
How am I gonna be watching your Dead Space 2 playthrough at the same time?
Shit. Psst, psst, there's only one episode a day. Don't act like I got so much. Fuck, bro. I got episode 9 done. I'm like a week ahead, and I still got so much stuff to record. I'm halfway through the game. Don't you dare think that I did not see Dead Space 3 downloaded on your fucking desktop when you were sharing over Discord. I see you, all right? We'll be playing that soon.
I downloaded it like when I bought it a week and a half ago. 2 weeks.
Oh. Didn't think you bought it already.
Well, I bought it when it was on sale, remember?
Bro, I don't even know. I'm not your cashing account, your fucking banking account. What do you think, I'm Discovery Bank? No, I don't know what you're fucking doing with your money.
I wouldn't put it past you, that's for sure.
What does that mean?
You little cretin, looking through my window, looking as I punch in my debit card for online purchases. I know you're there. I know you're.
Look,
you're
Ethan,
just like you're rubbing your hands together, gritting your teeth, just
as you're
so
a signed
excited.
CIA member, I have to do that. You're on the terrorist watch list for bombing a middle school. What do you expect?
It doesn't matter. I've said it so many times.
Listen.
I've said it so many times. I put in the bomb threat. I did the time. All right. I gave him forewarning. I don't know what you want me to say.
I can respect a man who puts in a bomb threat before blowing up the place. At least you try to save some lives.
Yeah, I should be considered a hero.
Yeah. Everyone hated that building. I made sure everyone was out.
I saved
them.
That's on them for not going in there. I didn't
saved
kill
their
them.
lives that day. I'm the hero of this story.
I'm the hero. I took down the evil school.
It's funny because this is reminding me of 5th grade. Okay. 5th grade. You didn't go to the same 5th grade that I did.
Nope.
I had this teacher. Her name was Mrs. Wasco. I hate her. She's a terrible teacher. She really is, and she definitely singled out kids, right? Well, one day she was teaching us about whatever, and then she told a story about how, because we were in portables. There was 2 portables. Okay, there was one portable. Both of them were 5th grade classes. For some reason, the 5th grade were sent outside. I don't know why the school hated 5th graders so much, but that's just how it was. So there was 2 portables. One portable, which was Miss Wasco, which is where I was, doing whatever I was doing, right? Probably just finding out what hentai was, right? Whatever. And then there was a second portable, which I think the teacher's name was something. I don't know what. I don't remember what. I don't remember what her last name was, and I probably shouldn't say it anyways, but I don't remember what it was. We'll say Miss.
Well, you already gave the first one out of pure.
No one's gonna find Miss Wasco. I'm fine.
Out of pure hatred.
No one knows the school I went to. We're fine. You know what's even worse about this story? 2 years later, I found out her husband died of cancer, and I was very sad about that.
Yeah, that's bad. That's rough.
It is rough. It is. I didn't like her, though. Didn't like her. I remember in the time, I was like, damn, still don't like her. Either way, as I was saying, it was like a few years ago. So she was another teacher. We'll call her Miss Jen, right, for whatever reason. So apparently Miss Wasco was telling me, and the entire class, apparently some kids broke into the portables a few weeks ago and just trashed her portable. But she said it in such a weird way. Almost like she did it herself. Almost like because she has the keys. Almost like she went in there and then just fucking beat the place up and was like, some kids must have broke in. And I remember she was like, someone stole one of Miss Jen's succulents. And I was like, even as a kid, I was like, what? How do you remember something like that? The fuck?
No, not even like a 5th grader is smart enough to break into a portable.
Yeah. Like, what? They're gonna fucking throw a brick through a window and crawl through?
They're gonna
I've
pick
seen
the
those
lock.
things. They're so high. The windows are so high. As this little small 5th grader, you could never jump up there. Even now, as a 5'7" man. 5'7" dreg of a man. I could not jump up there. Okay.
Dreg.
Yeah. I think that
A
you
little
can thank Dark
pygmy
Souls.
man.
You can thank Dark Souls 3 for that terminology.
I
There was
was
no
thinking of-
fucking way a fifth grader was getting that portable and then stealing a succulent. Who does that? What fifth grader's like, let me just take this plant? The fuck?
That's the best part. Out of everything you could steal in a classroom, there's some valuable stuff in classrooms.
Succulent.
You take the plant, the potted plant.
Yeah. Maybe it was like a teacher assassination. She was hoping that Miss Jen was there to kill her, but realized she wasn't there. So she took the succulent to send a message.
It's a threat.
Yeah. This is what's going to happen to you. I'm also going to take you. Fuck, bro. Miss Jen must have been pissing herself out of fear.
That would send you into a cold sweat to see
Dude,
one of your fine succulents missing from its windowsill.
I would have resigned on that spot.
Exactly.
Or I would have brought my Glicky to school just in case. Or, hear me out, I put a bomb in there, we say a bomb threat,
Mm-hmm.
and then we save everyone, and then we're the hero of the school again.
Just like that. Just like that. You've remade your reputation anew. Exactly.
It's actually good thing we're talking about fifth graders, because I actually want to talk about fourth graders.
Oh. Yeah?
How many do you think you can beat up?
Oh. Dude, I was just... Alright. So I told you last week, but I just had youth group. And the senior high, the high schoolers, led a lesson for the elementary school kids.
Right.
So I, as a senior high, got to play games with Dudes Club at my church.
Classic.
The first through fifth graders. And they are small. They come up to just my waistline. Like where my belt. Like I'm talking like the fifth graders, the tallest among them, come up to my belt line. All right. It wouldn't even be hard. I was we were playing the dodgeball, and I was backing up, and I nearly fell onto this kid and toppled him over, and just like crushed him, just by walking backwards.
I like how you're playing dodgeball. Not like you can just absolutely decapitate any kid there if you wanted. Like that was definitely a thing. Definitely a situation.
It was dangerous to play dodgeball, but
with
this like brand new context of just today, easily 20, over 20.
I say 25 at the most, probably more, simply for the fact that they're small and the fact that I think this is what people miss out on. We are not trying to make them unconscious. We are trying to kill them.
Yeah, you're not holding back. That would be so
right.
easy. I honestly 35.
35? You know what? I'd probably give the same amount because you could just fucking grab one of them by their ankles, start swinging.
It's not even. You just grab them by like the collar of the shirt. You just pick them up. You just turn them upside down and drop them. That's it.
Yeah, you could literally push 7 of them with one hand and then stomp on their faces.
We're getting a little too specific with it.
You're right.
We're getting a little too. I think this is a dangerous episode. We've
bomb threats.
Yeah, bomb threats and killing fourth graders.
Children. All right, we're a bit far. We are a bit far.
Getting a little out there with this one.
You know what? Okay. You're right. We need to repay our for our sins. Do you think that Dudes Club podcast is a podcast for Jesus? Do you think we make this for Jesus? I think Jesus would watch.
I would be afraid to tell my church.
I
would not because I don't think
I have a foul mouth.
I don't. No, it's not.
Or because we just threatened to kill all of the youth group kids.
Yeah, the fact that I've used my own youth group as an example of setting the bar to kill fourth graders. Yeah, they probably wouldn't like that.
I think that might do it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't like that too much.
You know, it's funny you say that because I did email everyone at that church, and I just said, "Wow, look at this."
Wow, hey, mind taking a look at this?
I actually photoshopped your face on Jesus, so they might praise you.
You know what? No, the guys in my Bible study, they would enjoy this. I think.
Oh, good.
Some of them do, because I sent one of my friends. Shout out to Quincy and his friends at college. But Quincy likes the first episode.
Oh, good. Good.
And my youth pastor even calls me Calvert Jesus, because I live in the Calvert area of Rising Sun. So already I know they got them guys.
Give away your entire address, please.
No.
Damn.
You first.
123 Oak Street of Oklahoma, New York.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just like that.
I live on the edge. I actually live right next to Jake Paul.
Dude, you just doxed yourself. Come on, man.
It's every day, bro. You know, it's actually funny that you go to youth group, because I go to demon group.
Oh yeah?
It's called esports. You'd think the E stands for electronic, but it actually stands for erection.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that part of the competition?
No.
No? Just for show?
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah.
It's I actually, speaking of esports, I was actually one of the commentators for our Smash Brothers tournament.
Oh yeah, your school, right?
Yeah. I actually did twice. Once at my school and then once at their school.
So my school doesn't have any cool clubs. I mean, we have some interesting ones that I've thought about joining. I was gonna join Model
Get
UN.
Down for Jesus? Oh, Model UN. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna do Model UN last year. Actually, I was gonna join halfway through.
Dog, you don't even know what Model UN stands for.
Model United Nations.
Fucking United Nerds, more like. Some of my really good friends are in Model UN. So
yeah, no, yes, same.
Look, academic competition all the way. Okay, it's fine. I'm not even in the club anymore. I quit at the beginning of the year. I was president, and I quit because it was no longer fun for me.
You just gave up on
I did. I hated the coach, and
fair enough.
And I was done. I was literally okay. I'm the best person they had. Not knowledge wise, morale wise, and everything else wise. I was 100% the best president in all the years of academic competition. I am 100%. I'm actually the best president and the last president, because after I left, there was no more presidents. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it without me.
You set the precedent to just not have a leader.
Dude, literally, okay. So first 2 years of academic competition was my freshman and sophomore year. I should probably explain what academic competition is. It's like Jeopardy, but with groups. It's like, from Spider-Man where they have that.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that from Spider-Man Homecoming.
The Spider-Man Homecoming team thing, that's me. I'm Spider-Man. I shoot white liquid. Now, it's I drink a lot of water. Okay, my pee's clear. That's what I'm trying to say.
Your pee is white? Like
yes.
milk?
Yeah, I drink a lot of milk.
Dude, okay,
right out of the cow's
small
kitty,
tangent.
Okay?
Absolutely. I mean, I live on a cow farm. That's just natural. I mean, that's every 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You just go right down. You just suckle on the udder. Milk is so good. All right. I'm not even playing.
I agree. Yes, I agree. Milk is very good.
I've talked to people and they're like, I just can't drink just milk. And it just blows my mind. It's like, how can you not just drink a glass of milk? I love milk, chocolate milk, strawberry milk, whole milk, even 2% and 1% low fat milk. It doesn't matter.
I don't drink milk all that often, but I definitely think a nice glass of milk is very good. Just randomly, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's good for your bones.
Sometimes for breakfast and during I don't know, the weekends or whatever, I'll just skip breakfast, but I'll just drink a glass of milk.
Yeah, it's like
because it's just that good.
A prototype. What's the word? Soylent.
Soy boy.
What was I saying before all this?
You were talking about oh shoot.
Oh fuck! It was milk. I pee.
You were
Spider-Man Homecoming. Academic competition. I'm back.
Yep.
See, I pee white. That's where it got me. I always like to make little anchors for myself for conversation. That's how I
Oh
always
yeah,
get
I
that.
do that too. I do that too.
Okay, so that's basically what it is. That's what I do. That's my whole club. Academic competition is that Spider-Man thing. Okay. And so first 2 years I wasn't president, but I was secretary my second year. Right, I technically was in it for 4 years. Technically. So first year I was nothing. Second year I was secretary. And it's funny, with my second year, what happened was the president left. Very similarly to what I did.
Interesting.
Yes. Also, no other cabinet members were there, and there were 7 of us. And I was the only one with cabinet position, so I became the Pope. I didn't become the president. I became the Pope. And they called me Madam. They called me Madam President, but I'd always be referred to as the Pope. Right? And then my presidentship actually came around my junior year, and that's when I became the president. I got okay. We went from 7 people to fucking 32 because I'm so good at advertising.
Oh my goodness.
I brought in so many people. I literally. No one will give me credit for it, but I definitely was 100% the reason that club is still alive right now, because I put so much effort into getting people in there. I got half of my friends in there, right? I got a ton of the juniors, sophomores, and even new freshmen into that club. I did amazing. And one of our, I'm not going to say his name. However, there was one of the students that not many people really liked. He was really controversial, to say the least.
Oh.
Right. It was a very 50-50 kind of thing, right? You either liked him or you absolutely despised him. No hard feelings to him.
Which camp did you fall in?
It's a long story, and I'll get to that.
Okay.
I'll get to that. He might be watching now. I don't know. I'm not really worried about it, though.
Fair enough.
I'm not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely no hate towards this guy. No hate. He's just a very unique personality that not everyone likes. I don't mind it. Right? And back then, I hang out with him. I don't think he's a bad person at all. I think he's a good person. Cool dude to hang out around sometimes. Just not a lot of people like him. That's about it. Right? It's kind of like me. It's whatever. But because of that, I was like, oh, he shouldn't be our main spokesman, because if he is our main guy, it's going to set a bad precedent.
Makes sense.
Right. It's like if I had Kurt Cobain say, don't kill yourself. It's just not good.
Yeah.
And as the president, I had to make the hard decision of telling him, look, I don't think you're doing a bad job, but I don't think you're the right guy to do this. Half the club was mad at me. And then when it happened and it worked, and there was some controversy that came out about him, I was like, look, I don't want to say this, but I fucking told you so. I always know who I'm dealing with. And then we got, 400% more people, which was great.
Nice.
And then I left because I got bored.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. You're like, I got all my friends in there, and then I abandoned them.
I didn't abandon my friends. They also left around the same time I did, just simply because it's no longer the same club. It's no longer.
Did they get a new director or something halfway through?
No. Same coach. First year we had this really great coach. Right, and then we had a second sub coach. The sub coach dealt with junior I think it's junior varsity or something. Yeah, junior varsity, JV, right? And the real coach dealt with varsity. The varsity coach left. She moved to another school, and she was amazing. Actually, I think she stayed sophomore year too, maybe, but she was great. I loved her. She was amazing. Overall, a really great coach. Really helped the energy. Really tried to do her best to help out, which was great. Then she left.
That's what you want.
All right, then she left. And the new coach, which is the one I had to deal with my junior year, did not communicate, did not help me out, did nothing, and often went behind my back and did things without my, without telling me or asking me, because I had this whole plan. You know how I am. I'm a very, planned kind of person.
Yeah.
I like to make plans.
It might not seem like it with the way you talk, but no,
Right.
you are very detail-oriented and you got plans.
Right.
You got it all laid out.
I talk terribly, but listen, this brain is thinking, boy. This brain is thinking.
The cogs are turning, boy.
Right. So that's the coach was just not fun. I didn't really like a lot of the people that were in the club. It's not because I didn't like them as people. They're just really annoying. And that'll do it. That'll really do it.
Yeah,
Also,
it'll
my
sour
ex was in that club.
Ooh, that's a rough one. That's
And
why.
then she
That's
left.
why I couldn't join Model UN junior year
Yeah, that'll do it.
because
That'll do it.
broke up and that was not good. That
Yeah,
was
that'll do it.
very poorly handled by
Yeah.
me and her. I feel like, at least when I look back, but yeah. And then I just couldn't join senior year because of COVID.
That'll do it. Like, all my clubs this year, I've left for the most part. Like, I'm still in esports. I'm just not in esports. I don't do anything for it.
Dude, I just wish I had like an esports team or something at my school. There's
Yeah.
like no way we could pull it off. I think we had a Star Wars kind of like after school party thing,
Yeah.
and they wheeled in this like the biggest CRTV that you've seen, and just like Lego Star Wars on the Wii was hooked up. Like, they do
Nice.
not have the resources. Like,
Yeah.
for some reason, Rising Sun's like, whatever.
It's alright. You said it already.
Yeah. Oh, I have?
Yeah, you said you lived in a part of Rising Sun.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Earlier?
Who cares?
I mean, it's just your town. It's not like anything crazy.
Yeah, well, true. Whatever. But anyway, they
We're not
just,
big
like,
enough to be. We're not nearly big enough for this to be a worry.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Push comes
so,
to shove, we just archive it or something. Or
Right.
just, you can bleep it out and re-upload
and
it.
we are both seniors, so we'll
This
be
is
leaving.
true.
So we'll be good. So Star Wars Club.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't even a club. It was just like this one thing, and just like they just don't have the resources. It's somehow the school's like one of the better ones in the county, but it's just like, yikes.
Yeah, that'll do it. I know our esports team started sophomore year. I joined like halfway, and that's actually where I met my girlfriend. Now,
Yeah.
lovely, as you know, it was my 1-year anniversary recently.
Oh yeah, how'd that
Oh.
go? You
Oh
guys
my god,
Get the cookie
it
cake?
was cookie cake. It was amazing. I gotta say, I pull off a pretty good anniversary. I know she's watching right now. What's up,
Nice.
Katie? Love ya.
Hi, Katie.
If she gets this far in, that would be great too. I don't think she will be, but maybe she will. That'd be amazing. Love her. She's great. So our anniversary was really good. It turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. So we had school, obviously. So she came to my house at 2:30, and we left. I was actually dressed up. I don't do that often, but I was dressed up. I was dressed up in khaki pants. Now, I don't like khakis.
Ooh,
However, I wore them because I know I look good in them.
that's how
I
I'm
gotta-
with jeans.
Gotta flex. I also know that a lot of times when we go out, I wear the same pairs of jeans that I normally would wear, which is the same pair of jeans. I only really wear one pair of jeans. I don't know why. That's just kind of how I've always done it. But I know that I know all that, so I made sure to dress up a little bit. I got a really good button-up on. I got my khakis on, and we went off to the mall. She was dressed up in my button-up shirt that I gave her, and I was like, oh my god, that was cute. Amazing, right? So we go to the mall, and we go around, we buy stuff, right? We got cookie cake. It was like $27 for this big-ass cookie cake. It said happy birthday on it, and it was amazing. It was really good cookie cake. Miss Fields. Amazing. And then we went to this store called Lolly and Pops. We went up to like Christiana Mall.
I've never been there, I'll be honest. I've been to the mall once, and it was Dover Mall.
If you're ever up in this area, you know the area I'm talking about. Definitely, me and you should go to Christiana Mall. There's a bunch of stuff there. I think it's really cool. I've seen anime titties there, and that's really all you need.
When it comes down to it, that's all you need.
Yeah. So we were there. There's the place called Mrs. Fields up in the food court where they sell a bunch of cookies or cookie cakes, and that's where we bought the cookie cake. And when I say it was amazing, I really do say it was fucking fantastic. I really had more of it than I should have. But it was really good. And so then we went to this place called Lolly and Pops. It's a big ass candy store, and by big ass I mean it's like a normal mall store kind of size,
right.
But it's filled to the brim with candy. It's awesome, right? And the real reason we went there was to buy interesting sodas. It was not butterbeer, but it was
butterscotch. Did you say
butterscotch? Yes, butterscotch beer. Katie, when she told me that she watched the podcast, actually corrected me. So hopefully I got that right that time. Butterscotch beer, but they didn't have any, so we just picked up some other beers, not beers, sodas, sodas. No, none of it was beer. Neither me or Katie drink.
Red-handed, you alcoholic. Came back to the shot glasses from last episode. It's making sense. You're you're an alcoholic.
There are no beers in our possession. All right, let's not now anyways. Everything's okay. I promise. It was just bubblegum, soda, a Coke, and two other sodas I can't remember the name of. It was like a cherry cola. And another soda called Unicorn Barf.
Oh.
I think.
That's interesting.
So we got those sodas. It was actually the last thing we did because they're sodas. We didn't want to just carry them around.
Right.
And the real final thing, and this really pulls together my entire plan for the day. And I think it's really funny how everything kind of turned out. Because the story is incredible, and I have to give you some context behind one of these things, okay? Mm-hmm. So first off, I'd like to say that the day prior, one of her best friends texts me and says, you should get her flowers. Now, this was at 3 o'clock before I was about to go to work. Never got her flowers. Didn't even think about it.
Right.
Maybe I'm just a bad boyfriend. Nah, I'm a fucking great boyfriend. I'm not even, there's no question about it. I'm amazing. But I couldn't get her flowers. I don't have a way to get flowers, and it was pretty late already. There was no way in the store. So I said, all right, that's fine. So we went to Yankee Candle Store up in the mall. She loves her some candles. Oh my God. She loves her some candles. So, I was like, all right, we'll go here, and I'll distract her with candles. And you might be like, what are you distracting her for? I'll get to that, I promise. Okay, so we're in the store, and we just start looking around, smelling stuff, and I say, Katie, I'm having a Blue Mountain moment right now. Now, this is an inside joke for us.
Yeah,
and we're going to open this a little bit more.
We talked about it last podcast.
Oh, did I?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Blue Mountain moment. Perfect. So we were having a Blue Mountain moment. I said, Katie, I really have to take a shit, so I'm going to go do that. I'll be right back. I promise. This is on our anniversary, mind you. Mm-hmm. Me and Katie's relationship is far past any fucking high school relationship because when I tell you I straight rip farts in front of her and she doesn't give a shit, I mean it. All right? It's beautiful. It's amazing, and that's what love is. So
that is.
So I say, Katie, I have to go take a shit. I'll be right back. And the one key thing is that GameStop is across the way. There's a bathroom directly out and left of this Yankee Candle Store, and across the way is a GameStop. Now, you might be saying, Brian, why are you going to GameStop? Please say it.
Brian, why are you going to GameStop?
Thank you for asking. Okay, I was getting to it. You don't have to ask me so much fucking questions, but I was
Brian,
getting to it.
Why are you going to GameStop?
All right.
You should be going to the bathroom. You said you were going to the bathroom.
Right. So, the reason I went to GameStop was because she has been really wanting this game. This game is Animal Crossing New Horizon. Now, I know people are boycotting Nintendo, but I don't give a shit. So, I said, I'm buying this game. right? It was either that or the Zelda game that's also Dynasty Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, Age of Calamity. It's the
yeah,
new
that
one.
That one, the new one. Okay.
Yeah. And so I was like, Animal Crossing's more her style. I'll get her that. So I ran across the GameStop and I bought this $55 game. And when I say I ran to GameStop, I mean I full out sprint. I was Usain Bolt for a few minutes there, right?
Speedy man.
Yeah. So I went and bought this game, and I was out of breath when I was talking to the guy. I was like, listen, this is a gift for someone across the mall. I just had to get this gun. I had to get, not this gun, I had to get this done. I can't
I just
speak,
have to
okay?
get this gun.
I
There's a
just
lot
wanna
of
give her
fourth
a Glock.
graders. There's a lot of fourth graders coming this way, and I just need to get the gun.
I have a teacher's room I have to break into. There's succulents.
There's succulents to be stolen, and there's fourth graders to
Yeah.
be curb stomped. I need this gun now.
Please. So I got out of the game, and I ran back, and I sneaked up behind her, and I gave her the game, and she almost cried in Yankee Candle, and I said, Katie, don't cry in Yankee Candle. They'll definitely take your tears and make them into a candle.
They would.
And that's my entire anniversary story. And we came back and watched the Sonic movie because that was the movie that we watched on our first date. And we ate the cookie cake and all that. And she absolutely loves Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I know that I did great.
Nice.
And that was the story of my anniversary. She was also like, I didn't get you anything. And I said, Katie, I wasn't planning on get you anything either. And then I said, I'll go above and beyond. So,
How sweet. That's honor.
Yeah,
that is such a sweet little story.
thank you.
I'm-
Thank you.
Trying. I don't even know if I'm like quite trying to get back into like dating or anything.
All right.
'Cause I've
Right.
been
With
single-
all those strong guys you keep finding on Grindr.
You know me, man. You know me.
Yeah.
I like my men large
Yeah.
and sweaty.
You
No,
trying to find a man that looks like Jesus so that you can pray to Jesus?
I mean, I would just look in a mirror at that point.
Yeah, you're right.
For the record, I'm not gay. Well, actually,
And for the record, he is.
that's honestly, it could go either way. We did do that one video. What are the odds?
That's oh, what a classic! What a classic video! Oh man, brings
That
back so
is.
many memories. That was like
But-
That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was so long ago.
It
but-
was, but it's such a good video, as you were saying.
So yeah, I'm trying. I'm in this weird situation where like my last girlfriend was like, I don't know, August or something, and then even then the one before that was December. So I can't even like really count the August one because it was like less than a month. It was only a couple of weeks. So yeah, it's been like well over a year that I've been in any sort of like long-term relationship. And
Sounds
so
like
it's
you need to switch up your situation, my man.
yeah,
You're
it's
like-
like I don't know if I'm like
Cox
I
for
don't know.
Christ, my dude.
I don't know if I want to jump right back into it or if I'm just gonna like wait along until like I don't know. I don't know if
Just go with the flow, man.
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be like actively seeking out like I have to find a relationship now.
Well,
But if-
you're also
But if like
In a
the
si-
opportunity presents itself and it's like, oh, like this could work, or if a girl makes the first move, then yeah, I'll probably give it a chance.
yeah, that's. I mean, if it's free.
Free real estate.
Yeah. There is no got any spare coochie. It's just it's free. Damn.
Look,
well, yeah,
I also have no problems with a girl making the first move. I have no
Yeah,
problems with that. In fact,
I don't
it is so nice because
It is.
so many signs go like right over my head. All right, I went to the eye doctor like 2 months ago or something, back in January, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like trying on glasses, and one of the girls that worked there, she's probably only like a year or two older than me. I look like I'm 23, by the way. I look way
Yes.
older than I actually am, especially when I
Can
like
confirm.
if I dress up too, like dress to look nicer, then it's like even worse. So
He does
I'm
look
just
at least sixth grade level. So yeah.
But so like I'm just trying on glasses, and like one of the girls that work there, like she hasn't helped me like at all. Like she hasn't been involved with like my
Yeah.
glasses or anything. Like she just like starts like from across the room, mind you. She's just like, "Wow, those glasses look like really nice on you," like stuff like that. And I'm just like, "Okay, thanks." But I'm like, I don't even process it because I'm so stressed because I have this like basket of like 6 glasses to pick out, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta figure out which one. Like, and so it took me like a week and a half. I'm laying in bed, and I was like, maybe that might have been some sort of a flirt. Maybe.
Maybe. It's actually funny you say that. And if Katie is still watching, she knows damn well I am very bad with signs. When it comes to subtle things, I am terrible. I need things to be obvious. So for 2 years, Katie kind of had a little crush on me before I asked her out. And she would throw me little signs like, oh, she invited me to her Friendsgiving. She invited me to her birthday.
Okay,
I
I'm
was
not
the only
even
dude
that
there.
bad. I'm not that bad. If I get invited to a girl's friendsgiving, like, I know.
I, I was
That
just
is-
a friend. I didn't think about it.
I. Brian, how many other guys were at the friendsgiving?
Um,
Exactly.
uh,
Exactly.
0.
Exactly.
Well, I know she's friends with this gay dude. So I was like, maybe.
Right.
Maybe
So,
she thinks
yeah, you
I'm
saw
gay.
that and you're
Maybe
like,
that's-
maybe I'm gay.
No,
Maybe.
I really did think. One of my first thoughts was like, oh, does she think I'm gay? There's no other dudes there, so I was like, does she think I'm homosexual?
Oh, that's
then
hilarious.
And then I'm not, so she knows that now, of course.
At least I'm not that bad.
But even I had this little birthday thrown for me in school on my birthday because it was like the last day of school. So there was a meatball party. One of my teachers threw me a meatball party,
Oh,
right?
a
And
meatball party.
And she baked these amazing cupcakes for me and hung out with me the entire day, and I still didn't pick up on the sign. And then a year later, I asked her out. So,
You know
if
what?
you have... I
Props
think I
to
take your
Katie for
crown.
playing the long game. You know what? For
Dude.
sticking it out. Props to her.
She fucking laid down the foundation. And I just fumbled.
She, the bar was on the ground. You just had to
is-
step over.
It is now in
And
Hades
you just,
right now.
You just turned around.
Oh my god.
You just didn't notice it.
Yeah, no, trust me, I get shit from her all the time just because of how stupid I am. I'm well aware. When it comes to subtlety, I'm so bad. But I'm really good with subtlety myself sometimes, so it's weird. It's all weird. It's all weird.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm sure she'll text me after this episode goes up and says, "Wow, now hearing you say it all again, you are a real idiot." I'm like, yeah, you're right.
So yeah, I'm like, I don't know, I'm weird. Because if I'm just like talking to people, it's like, yeah, I can hold a conversation. Like,
And then you see a
normally.
girl and your jaw drops. You say,
No, it's not even that. It's
Hubba
like,
hubba.
it's, yeah, I can hold a conversation with people if they start it, but when I need to start a conversation, I just like can't. I just can't. I just keep fumbling it because I just don't really talk unless I have like a reason to, or I have something
talk
to
unless
say.
spoken to.
Yeah, sort of. It's not even that. Like, if I have something to say, like something important to contribute to a conversation, then I'll speak up and pitch in. But otherwise, I'm just kind of like there for the ride. I'm listening.
I do that too.
And so, like,
Uh,
oh, sorry, go.
No, you're good. I do that too. I'm a bit pretty quiet. But sometimes I'm just like, I want to talk to people, and I'll just hit them with the most wackiest shit, just to start off a conversation. And that'll be how it is. I remember I was at lunch, and I sit at lunch table with a bunch of like track kids. Now, I'm not a track kid because I'm fat, and when I say fat, I'm like a little chubby, but like nothing crazy, like a normal
Yeah,
chub.
but you've been working out, a lot. You've been.
No, not recently. No, I'm really bad with that right now. Lots on my plate
Yeah,
right
you
now.
gotta.
So I'm just,
I mean, yeah, you're working a lot, and I
right.
school.
So I just remember starting a conversation with these track kids, not interested in this stuff. I said, There's a Lego game called Lego Skywalker Saga coming out. There was like it has all nine movies in it, and they were like, "Oh, cool, that's neat, Brian." And I said, "Yeah."
Whoa.
And then
They
it went
didn't
from
get
there.
excited about it?
No,
Oh my goodness.
I don't
Wrong
think they
friends.
realized. I don't think they realized how great General Grievous is.
But yeah, so it's like, I don't know. It's just when I have to start a conversation, I just like can't quite bring myself to do it. It's weird. But it's like, I don't know. If someone can get me like not only a solid back and forth, but like asking questions and like they're asking questions too, then I'm like, okay, this is
So like an
solid.
interview.
No, it's not even that. It's just like showing interest in what they're talking about or what's going on, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I like when people are interested in what they talk about. They're more passionate. I like when people are passionate. I don't think people should ever apologize for being passionate for something because it's so beautiful to watch someone who's so passionate about something explain something because they're going to either go off on a tangent, a rant, or they're going to do the most fucking detailed essay in front of you. And you know what? You're probably going to learn a bunch of stuff, and I think that's really beautiful.
You know what? I'm gonna go on my own little passionate thing that I rarely
for
talk
it.
about. I like
Go
so
for it.
few people know this, but dude, Lego sets, like actual Lego sets, I have so many because they're just like, it's almost like to me, it's like a ship in a bottle or like a model airplane. You know, they're like that, but they're almost more stylized and caricatures, and so I think they're just more fun, you know.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
And I've spent like several years like collecting all of the Lord of the Rings Lego sets. There's like 11 or 13 or something of them. I easily have like over $1,000, close to $2,000 of just Lord of the Rings Lego sets
Wow.
because they've been discontinued. Like they're not being produced by Lego anymore, and they
Right.
haven't been circulated in stores for like 5 years or something like that. And so you just have to like get them off eBay and stuff like that.
I mean, I'm not saying that you will, but those are some real collectible items.
Oh yeah,
They
no.
will be.
Like I have one, and it's like 3 feet tall. Like
Isn't it the big tree?
it's it comes with the tree guy. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Isengard or Tower of War thing. But
Yeah, I remember seeing it. What was on your like TV table?
yeah, I moved
Yeah.
it back up to my room though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
I got like a bunch of shelves, especially Lego Star Wars. I got a solid few of those.
they always
yeah,
hit it out of the park with Lego Star Wars. I don't know
They
how
really-
they did it, but they like hit it. They always hit it out of the park, except for Force Awakens. I'm a little scared about that. But the 9 times out of 10, they always hit it out of the park with Lego Star Wars stuff.
But that's just because they've had it for so long. That's because that was like their very
true.
first like actual branded sets,
Yeah.
and so
The first game too. Yeah.
yeah,
First like Lego game.
as we know it.
Not
yeah. They
not
used to make,
Lego
like,
game, but like Lego game like that, where it's like
Yeah.
a stylized.
Because I played
thing.
Lego Island and stuff like
Yeah.
that on computer.
Oh, Lego
computers were like actual dog water.
Yeah, hot
But
dog
yeah, that's
water.
my thing. Like I'd never talk about it, but like I got a few friends too that really like collecting Legos, and it's just stuff like that. Oh, hold
Man,
on.
it's your thing, man, you
Just
know?
keep talking. I gotta mute myself real quick.
Oh, it's all right. I'll entertain the people. So Ethan, he can probably still hear me right now, but he definitely, just from between me and you, I don't actually think he believes in Jesus. As a firm believer in Christ myself, I always get on my knees for Jesus. I've never seen him get on his knees for Jesus. I don't think he actually takes care of his Jesus statue that I bought him. It's like one that like stands. It's like one of those like peeing angels, but it's like Jesus. And I don't think he takes. I don't even think he has it installed in his bathroom. I'm a little sad about that. I really wish that he would use it, because I really had a. I think I said I bought it, but I actually made it. It's like I made it. I handcrafted it with my love for Christ, into this piece of wood from an oak tree. I made sure it was all good, and I made sure all the tubing was good. And I just you flip a little switch on it, and he pees. I did have to make an erect penis on the Jesus statue, but that was just like my artistic style.
And I think that's beautiful. I really do.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. It's all right. I actually, we're getting pretty far into the podcast. Of an hour and 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying we end it immediately right now, but I'm saying that we should probably close it up a little bit. I don't know how long we decide that these videos should be, but I think like an hour and a half at most.
Yeah,
would be pretty good. Yeah,
definitely don't want to go past that.
Yeah, one thing I think is really funny and interesting is how we always, in these past 2 videos, we always get back to Lego somehow.
Yeah, this is very strange. It's definitely an underlying thing.
Yeah, maybe we should call this the Lego Club. I don't know. We always get back to it.
We just keep touching on it. I don't know. That's just how we wanted this podcast, though. Just a free-form kind of conversation.
You're right. We brought it full circle. From I started with Lego Star Wars, and then we brought it back all the way back to Lego Star Wars. And I think that's just hilarious. I think
it is.
Today's episode has a lot of key moments in it.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on other stuff like the Bethesda and Microsoft merger.
Yeah, that happened like.
Well, it finally went through.
Happened.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So that's like an official thing now. It's crazy.
I hope it helps Bethesda games for being so glitchy. God damn.
Oh my god.
Like there's so much
so bad.
So much wrong with them sometimes.
It's not even sometimes, dude. When you look at their engines, they've been alright. Morrowind, which came out in 2002, uses the Gamebryo engine. Mm-hmm. And then for Oblivion and Skyrim onward, it uses the Creation engine. Mm-hmm. The problem is the Creation engine has like bits and pieces from Gamebryo, and they just kind of keep improving the same engine over and over rather than just like completely making a new one. Mm-hmm. And so all the bugs and glitches from 2002 still pop up in games like Fallout 76 and Fallout 4, which came out in like 2014 and 2017 respectively.
Yeah. Almost 15 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost an entire me, give or take 3 years.
And it's just because how small they have their teams. Like, you don't realize, like, The Witcher 3 had, like, a team of, like, 300 people or something like that. Like, huge. But, like, Skyrim had, like, 80 or something like that. Like, actual, like, full-time developers. And it's like, no wonder it took 5 years to develop. Like, it's just crazy.
Did you know, this is just an interesting little thing, a little off topic. Did you know in Arkham City, I believe it's Arkham City, might be Arkham Knight, but I'm pretty sure it's Arkham City, one dude spent his entire game creation thing on just making the cape for Batman?
I think that was Arkham Asylum, actually.
Was it? I thought it was City, because I don't...
I think it was the very first one, because...
Keep talking, I'll look it up.
Because they had never done it before. There was, like, no, like, cloth simulation that it was up to that standard.
One guy, cape.
And
why is there always why is every part of this episode there was... It is Arkham Asylum. I thought it was City. Huh.
No. I know my Batman stuff.
Yeah. Batman games are so good.
They are. That's why I also liked Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, because they're just...
Yeah.
They're Batman and Assassin's Creed.
They're the same game. They're the same game, basically.
I think it plays a little bit better.
No. Sorry. Better than Arkham Asylum. No way it's better than Arkham City. Arkham City... Okay.
I think it's better than Asylum and Night.
Oh, 100%.
But not better than City.
I think Night is pretty good.
It suffers from the same problem of Shadow of War. Like, there's just a little too much going on.
Yeah.
You know? Especially
It
like
also,
at the late game when there's just like so many different types, like enemy types to keep track of, and you got all the Batmobile stuff. It's like,
I feel like Arkham Knight's big flaw is using the Batmobile too much.
yeah,
It kind of
yeah,
shoves it down your throat. Like I think
they
in
blew their
concept,
load on that.
right? I think in concept it could have turned out to be amazing, and I'm not saying it isn't. I really like Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight's probably my favorite to play because the art is great. I think the characters are fun. You know, I think everything about it's really good, and I think the DLCs are great. I just think that there are some major flaws that puts it below Arkham City, simply because they use the Batmobile too much. If they used it a little bit less, I think it would be great. I think the combat feels a little too fast sometimes. Like,
Right.
you're always jumping back and forth, but I feel like you can never fail that. You can never be like, oh, he's too far away. Because Batman will do a triple backflip, a somersault, have enough time to play cards, and then punch the guy in the face and do the same thing the other way back. And it's kind of too far. Like, it's almost too crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like they don't want you to lose. But
Right.
what's really funny about this conversation is we didn't even mention Origins.
Or
We
you can
just-
suck my dick. Or
we
you
just-
sucks ass.
That one was awful, dude.
Dude, I played it for Christmas Eve. Right, that's when I started my playthrough, and I said I had a 2-minute disclaimer talking about how much I fucking hated that game, and I still do to this day. I will never 100%
It's
that
just
game.
such a disappointment.
It lost all my respect the moment that I couldn't complete the game, simply
Exactly.
because you can't complete the game if you fuck up.
Exactly. You have to do like all the Predator challenges like
Perfect, you do
ins-
them fucking
it-
perfect.
It's crazy. Like you cannot mess up.
And I think combat-wise, I don't think Arkham Origins that bad. I think it's actually pretty good. But
It's
the entire
just,
rest of the game sucks ass.
It's just City again, which
Is
is
but
like
worse.
it's serviceable, but it's just like what's new?
It's-
There's nothing new.
it's-
What's the point?
It's slower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And sometimes it just feels unfair. But I will give it this. I'll give it three main big things. One is fast travel. I think fast travel is really neat.
Yeah.
Right? It's not really all that useful in a game like Arkham Knight, but I think in a slow game like how it was, I think that's pretty neat, right? An open world game. And especially like you use the Batwing, that's really cool. I think that was neat.
Yeah.
I think the electrocutioner fucking arms you get and the boss fight with it is also, I think, kind of funny. But I think the little fucking electrofist you get, they're overpowered as hell, but I think it's so fun to use.
Yeah.
You could beat the entire game with those, and like you would never have an issue. You will never die using those because they're just so overpowered, and they almost feel cheap sometimes. But it's kind of fun to beat people's ass. And I have to say, out of all the boss fights, I think it has Deathstroke, a real Deathstroke fight, and a cool ass. I really like the last Bane fight for some reason. And I think fighting Bane's really cool, even if it does feel really annoying sometimes. I think those two boss fights allow it to do so much with that, and I wish that Knight had it.
Well,
And
they
that's
also
about
have the Lady Shiva fight. It's like
Yeah,
more of
but-
a side quest than a main story, but I thought that one was still pretty good.
Yeah, but it's no Deathstroke.
That's true.
Also, there's also a achievement where you just have to fight her without getting hit,
Yeah, that's so. I would never do that one.
and you can
That's-
only do it 3 times because if you die, it doesn't restart. I'm pretty sure. So you've already lost, right? You can't just restart from your last thing. And you win that, and then you have to do it in New Game Plus, which means you don't have any reticles. And then after you beat that and you don't get it, then you have to try it on I Am the Night or something, or Nightmare, which I'm pretty sure if you die you have to restart the game or some shit.
Ooh, how
It's
fun.
something like that. So, and I also think there's no reticles. I'm not 100% sure of that because I've never gotten that far in that game, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Terrible.
And then I can't say good things about these games without saying that I kind of don't like Arkham Asylum.
What?
And I really like Arkham City. I don't like Arkham Asylum, not for any big reason. I don't like Arkham Asylum simply because it feels like a prototype of what it can be. Obviously, because it's the first game in the series.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel it's a really good game. I'm not going to say it's not a bad game. I just don't like it. I love it a lot more than Origins. I can tell you that. I'll play it any day before Origins.
All right.
But it's
I'll let
definitely
it slide then. I'll let it slide.
right. It's definitely the third ranked in the series for me. It's just, because it's the first game in the series, it's not very polished. Combat-wise, there isn't a ton of stuff to it, which is understandable, and I'm not going to discredit it for that. However, looking at Arkham City's combat comparatively to Arkham Asylum, you can definitely tell that it's slow. It's a lot more rough. It's very rough around the edges.
Yeah. That was their first outing.
Right. And I'm not saying that they did a bad take on it, but I'm saying in concept it could be a lot better, and they did that with Arkham City. I also little minor gripe that takes a lot away from the game for me. That poison part in the game where you have to deal with poison ivy and there's a bunch of fucking projectile plants.
That is annoying.
Yeah, fuck those plants, okay, and fuck that point of the game. But also, I really like the game still. And Arkham City was fantastic.
True.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess you can live.
Yeah,
you know what?
I don't want to make it seem like I think Arkham Asylum is a bad game like Arkham Origins, but I definitely think Arkham Asylum is a great game. I just don't have much enjoyment around it. Like, definitely in the orders of games that I like, in the order that I like them, it's definitely Arkham Knight, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and then Arkham Origins. Actually, sorry. Any Lego Batman game just thrown in there somewhere, and then Arkham Origins, and then fuck it, throw in Dark Souls 2 around there somewhere, and then Arkham Origins. And then under that is Arkham Blackgate, which I've never played and I refuse to ever play.
For like the phone or Wii U or whatever?
It was the DS game that is now on Steam. It is a Metroidvania 2D side. It's a 2D game of Batman. Yikes. And I will never play it. But it's below everything. It has mixed reviews. It doesn't look good.
I would not touch it. I don't even think it's canon. Yeah. But what's cool about Asylum though is
neither is Origins.
It's not?
Origins is not canon.
Really?
Yeah, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Knight are all canon, but Arkham Origins is not.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. But what is cool about Asylum is that they did put in a secret room that referenced Arkham City. And
no one found it.
Yeah, nobody found it. And the developers had to be like, hey guys, there's this room after Arkham City had already been announced. Maybe even released by that point.
Yeah. I actually found that room. Not while playing or anything. I played it like a few years later. But I found that room on my own on accident. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then it turns out to be this whole thing, and I'm like, God damn it. I would have found that thing and been like, dude. I was like a toddler, so it wouldn't have done anything, but I was like, dude, look at this.
Why were you just spraying explosive spray all over the wall then? You had to put 3 in one spot on the wall.
I don't remember, but I remember finding it on accident. Isn't it in Sharp's room? I think that's his name. Yeah. Yeah, I remember finding it on accident.
Well,
I don't remember
You could have been the one, Brian.
I could have been the one, but then I was... When did that game come out? Like 2008, 9?
No, I want to say like 14. In all honesty.
2014?
Wait, Asylum?
No
okay, no,
chance.
I was thinking like City. Asylum?
No chance on that.
Asylum was probably like 9 or 10.
Asylum was 2009, so I was 6. City was
11.
2011.
Okay.
Wow, they came out around the Dark Souls games.
Yeah, it came out just a month before Skyrim.
Oh, I'm looking at the reviews right now for Arkham City, and the first review is a Lego Yoda.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Wait, Arkham City Lockdown? That's the mobile version of the game. Found it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow. It looks terrible.
I'm not gonna doubt you.
Is it the entire game except... No, it's not, because you fight Deathstroke. The fuck?
That's so weird.
This is crazy. Who knew? Who knew? It has one of these pictures has so it looks like a Grundy is just randomly chasing Batman, and you have to swipe, and it says unique gameplay in every boss fight. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's so dumb. Oh my god. Grundy also looked badass in City.
He did.
Yeah.
He was sick.
Definitely one of the cooler looks for him.
Oh, I want to see this for myself.
Dude, oh my gosh. People at home, I'm not bringing it up on the screen. You go look it for yourself. This is too beautiful for you not to look up.
So Batman Arkham.
It's called Batman Arkham City Lockdown. And it has no right to be as beautiful as it is. Kindle tablet edition?
What?
Oh my gosh. You could play this on your Kindle tablet? Oh my gosh. Stop. I'm gonna blow my load too early now. I think there was another game where it was Arkham Origins mobile. Yes. Yes, there was. There was an Arkham Origins mobile game. I remember this one because I played this one. Wow. Oh, and you could play as Russian Batman.
Oh. Very nice.
Dude,
very
it was
nice.
so... Oh, yeah, that's right. Did it have a special name? No. It was a... Batman Arkham Origins is a free-to-play fighting video game developed by NetherRealm Studios. People who made fucking Mortal Kombat made this game.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Batman the Telltale... Fucking... I hate Telltale games. I do.
Yeah, the only one I played was Borderlands. Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah. I think all Telltale games are...
They're formulaic.
the same. They're all the same bullshit, and they're barely games.
Yeah.
I mean that with every single story-based driven game. Heavy Rain, fucking...
And that's why they went bankrupt. That's why they shut down.
Well, Heavy Rain, Beyond Detroit... no, Beyond Two Souls and Detroit Become Human. Not Beyond Detroit. You can't fucking escape Detroit.
You're stuck there, man.
They're all the same fucking game except different stories. And I think story-wise, yes, they are excellent games, but they are not games. They are just interactive movies. I will always stand by that because I don't think they're very fun. There's nothing about it that's interesting. You're pressing buttons to fucking make Batman or whoever fucking just like move a little, press another button, move a little again. Just so we could pick up a fucking wrench to bonk on someone's head.
No, I just remembered I've also played Minecraft Story Mode. I played the first season of that. Oh my gosh. Terrible. Oh man, awful. There's this hilarious scene. It's supposed to be like the emotional climax. Like your pet pig, like best friend, dies, and he's like, it's like a baby pig or whatever. But he dies, and like how you do in Minecraft, like dissipates into a cloud, and all that's left is just the pork chop. It's like, why would you do it?
I feel like,
so
I mean, they're all made by the same people, except for like the Beyond Two Souls people. They made those 3 games completely different. Yeah. Still the same fucking game though. They are not good. They're not good. I will always. People are like, they're fantastic, and I'm like,
yeah,
yes,
they're fantastic.
As movies.
Yeah, to watch on YouTube, to watch someone else to play.
Right, but they are not games. I refuse to think them as games because they are. Yes, there's an interactive element to it, and I think, in the basic definition of a game, yes, it is a game. However, when someone is playing a game, it is not pressing fucking one button to fucking make a decision or fucking pressing 17 buttons. Fucking Heavy Rain. I'm feeling Heavy Rain on this one. Pressing 17 buttons just to fucking maneuver your way through a fucking spike trap that was set there because you want to save your fucking son. There's no point. There's no fucking gameplay there. It's you're pressing buttons. There isn't any real interaction other than that. Yes, it's a point-and-click game if it was brought to a bigger world. However, you don't have to fucking point-and-click anymore. point and click games, it was all about finding out the ending. You're pointing and clicking. You're using your puzzler mind skills to be like, oh, this lock goes to this door, so I can stop the fucking Super Goku coming through that door. Heavy Rain is like, sorry, buddy, you gotta cut off some pinkies because I don't. You gotta find out what your son is, but you also have to press 17 buttons to then brace yourself for the pinky, and then press 14 more buttons to chop it off, all while holding all the buttons down at the same time. Because fuck you, I hate it. I do. I fucking hate those games, and they're movies.
I'm glad you could get this all out. I'm glad.
Oh my god, I've been holding it in for so long.
A little therapeutic session, the catharsis of letting it all out finally. Oh
People praise him so much, but I don't fucking get it. You're watching fucking the Black Mirror movie that Netflix let out. What was it called? Fucking Bandersnatch or whatever? Yeah, you're watching that. That's what you're doing.
That's exactly all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, what is Black Mirror Bandersnatch fucking the same game as Heavy Rain? Yes, it's the same fucking concept, basically. Except you press less buttons.
It didn't take like 5 years to make. That's the difference.
Yeah. I guess there's also like 18 endings in Heavy Rain. All of them different. At least there's
all of them depressing.
Yeah.
Except
and I guess
for like one. Detroit
Become Human looked good. But still the same fucking game. It is not a game that you would know. It's not. I hate saying it's not a game because it kind of goes across. It kind of goes against my definition of a game. However, I don't feel like it is truly a game. It's not a video game you play. It's a video game you watch. There are video games that are like that are not those kind of games. I definitely feel like there are games that, like God of War, is a game you play and watch, but you play it. You're fucking Kratos while you crack open people's skulls. You're not pressing fucking A, D, J, L, W, spacebar, left shift, right shift, enter, numlock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and the fucking ampersand sign just to fucking jump over a car.
Well,
all holding them all down at the same time.
I'm so glad you could get that all out off your chest. Because
I refuse to ever play a game like that because they're not games. It's just a waste of time.
We've hit over the hour-and-a-half mark.
You're right. I think that good tangent was probably a great way to end it.
You gotta subdue the rage for David Cage's games.
Yeah. I'm gonna get attacked in the comments. I love those games. I don't fucking care what you think. I hate those games.
Alright, well, emotionally prepare yourself for that, then. If it
Dog,
happens.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Look, if you remember, I was the president that said that one guy couldn't be fucking telemarketer for us. I got a lot of hate for that. I'm not really worried. I don't care what other people think with this kind of stuff. I'm not worried.
Alright, fair enough.
But I'll end the episode for us because you're too scared to. Too much of a.
I just don't know what to say. That's all. I'm new to it.
I understand. You'll get better at it. One day I'll let you do it.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. Well, I that's gonna be it, guys. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Stick around. I think this is coming out on a Friday, so check back next Friday for another episode. We record it every Wednesday and we upload it every Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hi, Katie, if you're watching to the end. And I'll see you guys. Me and Ethan will see you guys next time. Peace.
See you.